That's straight fiction.
Good evening, everyone. It's 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, so it's time for Pettit's Puck Talk. I'm Zach Pettit. I'll be your host today. Go ahead and say hello to the boys.
Hey, boys.
First up here today on the agenda, the Buffalo Sabres 10-game winning streak has been snapped. So they lost 5-4 to the Tampa Bay Lightning on Thursday. Had they won, they would have set a new franchise record.
I hate to see it.
You do. You know, I was really pulling for them in that game. Also, 7 of the 10 games that they won while on the streak were either in overtime or a shootout. So, thoughts, guys?
Yeah, I don't think that was the case against Flyers. They rocked them. I think the Sabres just like they were just toying with us. So we weren't one of those OT or shootouts, but they look really good this year.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just gotta grind them out, boys.
Not when they're that good.
Yeah, I know Pittsburgh was one of the OT losses. It kind of sucked to watch happen, but I mean, I was happy to see Boston keep the streak alive, I guess. But yeah, definitely a wagon for sure this year.
Cup contender?
Realistically, I think yeah. I mean, I would say the only thing that might be a problem for him is like goaltending once they get that far, because I don't think Carter Hutton has ever been to the playoffs.
Yeah, I don't know.
Is there D deep after the first pair? Or
They got, Rasmus Dahlin, Rasmus
Ristolainen.
Ristolainen. They got Bogosian, who's decent.
yeah, so not awful, not stellar.
Nah, there's definitely D-cores out there that are better. There's definitely worse ones too. So
Yeah, their forward corps is really good though.
yeah, I think they might have the best forwards in the league, like as a group right now.
Especially how hot they are.
Yeah, I mean Jeff Skinner is underrated as ever. So that's just my thoughts on it. Anything else you wanted to add, Job?
I think we got the nail right on the coffin.
Our next story, this isn't NHL related, but it is hockey related. The FHL, which is the Federal Hockey League, is they're making a rule to tweak overtime. So this is kind of long. I'm going to try to explain this as well as I can. The FHL works on a 3-point system, so it's 3 points for a regulation win, 2 for a overtime win or a shootout win, and 1 for an overtime loss or a shootout loss. With the new rule, there would be a shootout prior to the game starting. It'd be between the national anthem and the opening faceoff. And then that way, if a game goes to overtime and there's no winner, the winner of the pregame shootout will be deemed the winner. So it's basically just moving like the shootout to the start of the game without there needing to be a shootout.
So there's always a shootout, even if there doesn't need to be.
Yeah, but basically, what I was reading an article on it, and it's basically there. So like they're trying to make overtime hockey more exciting, while also making hockey more exciting just in general.
Yeah.
So I like the rule change.
Do they do 3-on-3?
Yeah.
Like,
So basically, like the team that won the shootout at the start of the game, if it went to overtime, they're pretty much just playing defense the whole time if they want to. It's going to be like the other team trying to make a lot more of a surge and get the puck.
Yeah, I
and
guess I
stuff.
can see that. That's so weird though. It'd be
Yeah,
hard
well,
to
it's the
get used to.
FHL, so
Yeah, that's weird. Interesting.
yeah,
You gotta do what you gotta do to get the fans there.
yeah, exactly.
Huge fan.
But
Maybe have a teddy bear toss. Those do well. Did you see that though?
yeah, the Hershey Bears broke the
Yeah.
record or whatever. Yeah, that was wild.
That they do something like that. Don't put a shootout in every
Teddy
game.
bears.
Hershey Bears.
Okay, whatever.
Have you never been there?
No, have you?
Right. Yeah, right next to the
Chocolate World,
factory.
yeah. Come on, you've never been to Hershey.
I forgot I'm talking to a
You're
Pittsburgh
you're
Philly
uncultured, dude.
Best smell ever.
You are uncultured.
And then it's
Dumpster
really
fire of a
expensive
state.
chocolate.
It's not a dumpster fire of a state. There's just always construction.
fan. Isn't Ted
Yeah.
Bundy from there?
I don't think so.
He's like literally like, isn't he from like the Midwest?
Yeah, he's from like Oregon
Yeah.
or something like
Midwest
that.
of
Way
Pennsylvania.
off.
Yeah.
Way off.
the Midwest.
Oh.
I'm gonna start saying that. Everyone starts arguing their state. Like, I'm a big fan of my state. Wait, think of the
Isn't
worst
Ted
guy-
Bundy
yeah.
from there?
The same guy that put in this rule though, I'm pretty sure he's the same guy that came up with the hybrid icing rule when he was back in like the USHL when he was the commissioner there or whatever, and now the NHL uses that. So who knows? Maybe the NHL uses this someday.
Ooh.
I don't
Maybe
know.
hybrid icing was that crazy at the time too.
No, I just like.
I still don't like hybrid icing, dude.
just want people getting drilled in the corner.
Yeah,
Yeah, if that was the case. Matt
make
Cook would
hockey
still-
violent again.
Matt Cook would be making 11.5.
Yeah,
I'd be okay with it.
because 7 of that would be going right back to the league.
Yeah.
Lawsuit with Mark Savard.
Matt Cook, what a... I was gonna say good guy, but I really
That's just
disliked him.
way
I mean,
too far
if
of a
you compare him
stretch.
to Sean Avery, it's a toss-up.
Minus the whole like ego aspect of it.
Yeah.
And Sean Avery's like in the fashion now. He's like,
Oh.
yeah, he's like
wow.
a model. He
Yeah.
like loves the fashion world. Good.
I guess when hockey's
Love
not
him.
really your thing.
Different strokes for different folks, you know.
Yeah. Sean Avery was one of the best Rangers I've ever watched play.
Alright,
And on that topic, so this is probably our biggest story of the day. William Nylander and the Toronto Maple Leafs have reached a deal. They signed a 6-year, $41.77 million deal about 10 minutes prior to the 5 p.m. deadline on Saturday. It carries an average annual value of $6.9 million, but the first year carries a $10 million salary, including a $2 million signing bonus. So he's really getting like the bulk of it all up front like that. And then there's going to be a huge drop off, probably so they can make more moves after
They're
that.
paying this guy $12 million to play for 5 months.
Yeah. Well, it was originally going to be 44. He already lost like you do the math. He already lost a couple million for sitting out this long. So
That geeks.
yeah.
Wow. Yeah, have they signed Matthews to a big deal yet or no?
They're gonna have to.
Yeah,
soon.
I think he's still on his entry level, isn't he? This is the
Yeah.
last year of his entry
He'll
level.
be
Because I know
if I'm not
Marner
mistaken.
and I know Marner needs it, so you think Marner's gonna make more than
Real quick, we just want to shout out Nylander's dad, Hockey Hall of Famer, Caps alum, Michael Nylander.
Nah, Job is shouting him out.
he's his agent, I'm pretty sure though.
Yeah, he
That's what I
is.
just said.
But what I'm saying is that like Marner's gonna want more than that. And Matthews is probably gonna
I
want
think Matthew deserves more, or Marner deserves more
Yeah,
than that.
and Matthews is gonna want close to what McDavid makes.
I
So-
think what I see happening is like Matthews and Tavares. If they can keep both of them, it's going to be like a Kane, Taves, like Crosby, Malkin kind of situation. And then everybody else is going to have to settle for like 7, 6-ish, like numbers like that, I feel like.
I think Nylander still like might not stay there. I think that might have been like a deal to like. It's more enticing when you know you got a guy for 6 years.
Yeah.
When you sign when you're for a trade, I think he's worth so much more now.
I think he just wanted to play this season, so he was like,
Yeah.
all right, well, I'll just sign this year, and I guess we'll see where it goes from there.
I saw something that whatchamacallit, St. Louis was interested, maybe doing like Parayko for him straight up, but people were saying that'd be bad for St. Louis. Like I don't really watch Parayko, but they're saying he's pretty
Guy's a
good.
Muppet.
Yeah, he's good, but I don't know why people don't think, like, they've got Morgan Riley, dude. He's pretty
Yeah.
solid. I mean, I know he had a hot start, and he's not going to be able to keep that up, but at the same time, like, they're always talking about the Leafs don't have an elite defenseman. Well, 20 teams in the NHL don't have an elite defenseman, I would say, dude.
Yeah, but yeah,
Especially if you don't consider Riley one.
Yeah, exactly.
they are pretty weak though. I'm pretty sure what's his name, Polak still like playing on their second unit. That dude's a plug.
Yeah,
I don't know,
after...
it's like depth. Their first two, and I think Jake Gardner's not bad.
No, he isn't.
And that's probably their first unit.
Yeah.
And then after that, it's like I think
They'll
it's a drop
I could
off.
see him picking somebody up at the deadline.
They need. I think.
But I
they
think
just
like
need-
even though they're really young, I think like in the next 5 to 10 years, this is probably their best chance to win a cup this year.
Yeah, but they're
Yeah.
young, but they've already done like decent amount as a unit.
I just don't know, like, if they don't lose Nylander next year, I don't know how they're going to be able to keep all those pieces.
That's what I'm
'cause
saying.
There's too many, like, superstars on that team
And I
right
think
now.
they're more Marner than they are Nylander.
Yeah.
So I
Because
think
Marner's not going to sit out. He's going to take his money
Yeah.
and, he's going to play hockey for you.
I mean, I
He's
So-
gonna
guess-
live with his parents.
if a crazy deal came out, though, they would probably do it. I mean, if it was in their favor, I could see Marner or Nylander moving. They're not moving Matthews.
No.
Or Tavares.
No.
So, I mean, I think you'd have to do something ridiculous to get Marner, but I think Nylander, like, if they got some picks and, like, a young stud defenseman, I think they'd be about it.
I could definitely see it.
But, I mean, I don't know. I like Nylander a lot. Just not for that money.
Yeah. He's a good player, though, for sure. So he had 60 points his first 2 seasons, I think. So.
Yeah.
But moving into our next topic, Job's boy Tom Wilson, he's back at it. He was ejected from Friday's game for his
You
hit
hate to see
behind on Brett Sini.
You hate to see
He won't be suspended, though. I don't even think he had a hearing. I think this was just...
he didn't have a hearing.
I mean, I thought it was kind of weak, to be honest with you. I was also a little inebriated while I was watching the game, but I thought it was a pretty
love to
weak
see.
call. You could definitely give it a minor, but like the fact that they even considered, like the fact that they threw him out of the game, I thought was weak, and the fact that they probably even like thought about a suspension was pretty weak too. But what did you guys think about it?
Witch hunt.
Which
No, Tom Wilson is dumb.
Okay.
You can't be making those hits.
Not all witches are smart.
You come back from, what, the 14-game suspension like he did, and I don't know. He knows he's
He's
under
racking
Mike.
up goals.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, but he
that was
knows
Hart
he's on-
favorite right now.
not even a chance. Not
But
even
I'm
a
just
chance.
saying, like, you're under a microscope. If you're Tom Wilson and you say you're not under a microscope, like, you're lying. Because, I mean,
yeah, but like, not rightfully so under a
he's
microscope.
like, he's an elite player though. Like the guys in the, I'm saying every guy in the NHL, like he could have held up, not hit the guy, went around him. Saying everyone in the NHL is good enough to do that.
He's good.
And he
enough.
still just went and hit him when you just come off
He's probably
hitting a
sidetrack.
guy in the head.
Sidetrack. He has a lot going home. A lot going at home. He
He
has a lot going on at home.
What was that you this weekend, Job? You sidetracking
What are you talking about?
this weekend at ECU?
I had a
Sidetrack?
snag of a goal.
Yeah, that was a nice goal. It was okay.
I went sidetracked one bit. Were you?
A little bit. I was playing defense.
Yeah, no, you were getting walked.
I didn't get walked. I just had to read the rule book again, like how to play defense.
You're getting
That's a
beat
tough
like
one.
mule.
Hey, not as bad as Dano.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
if you want to call out people that aren't here, that's on you. But I would never do something like that.
Oh, only
Caps
Dan.
fans at class.
Only
It's more than I
Dan,
can
though.
say about the filth.
I mean, I don't know. It's tough, you know.
You hate
When
to
you
see
play
it.
on like a 10-foot ice surface, you're gonna get walked.
Hey, it's 10 by 10.
Yeah. It's all about coaching, though. Great coach.
Taking shots.
No, I was saying like kept it like going.
So Scott Darling was placed on waivers.
Yeah, let's talk about it. Yeah, Joe already said it, but yeah, Scott Darling was placed on waivers Thursday.
Hate to see it.
He cleared and is now with the Charlotte Checkers of the AHL.
That's Job's catch line.
I didn't come up
Two
with
4-1 in 7 games played with a 3.14 goals against average and a .892 save percentage. So horrible numbers.
beach ball.
Yeah, couldn't stop it. But wasn't he? He was supposed to be the starter at the start of the season, wasn't it? It was supposed to be him and Mrazek, right?
Yeah, for the South Carolina Hurricanes.
South Carolina Hurricanes.
Yeah, I mean, North Carolina already getting the credit. They're in Carolina, so you gotta give it to both sometimes, bud.
What?
It's like
I'm really confused.
Never mind. Next segment.
we
No.
actually had.
I saw that comment though. Like when they first got him, I never thought Scott Darling was gonna be good.
Well, I didn't think he was going to be good, but I definitely thought he was good enough to be a starter for the Hurricanes. Like, and now they got this McElhinney kid from Toronto. He's killing it.
Oh, is that what? Did they get that for Jeff Skinner?
Yeah, I think so. I think that was the or
That's
no,
like
not
a-
Jeff's, unless that was a 3-way trade. But I
Oh,
think
yeah,
he
no,
was
no,
with.
you're right. No, yeah. Why did I say that?
I don't know what that trade was, but I know they got him from Toronto. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
I've seen that kid. He's all right.
He's
right?
doing pretty good, dude.
Is he their starter?
I mean, he might. I think he is right now. It's him and Mrazek, if I'm not mistaken, and Mrazek never gets played.
Yeah, he's up and down big time.
Yeah, he's pretty
Most
inconsistent.
goalies are.
But
He had one really good season though.
I was talking about most goalies like actually go up and down.
Yeah, not ours.
Shout out Cardwell.
Come on, dude. You can't shout out people that aren't here.
Yeah.
I'm shouting them out. That's
He's
the point of
breaking
shouting somebody out because they're not here.
Well, you just got on my back for shouting people out that weren't here before.
But before we get into the milestones, there were 3 things I just saw on NHL.com that I didn't get a chance to put into the stories. But Josh Levo has been traded to the Vancouver Canucks by the Toronto Maple Leafs for Michael Carcone on Monday. It says the trade makes room for Maple Leafs roster for William Nylander, so that's part of that, I guess. And then Alex Pietrangelo has been placed on the injured reserve by the Blues with the upper body injury. I guess I could have saved that for the injury segment, but I already saw it, so I already said it. Doesn't matter. And then Daniel Sprong has been traded to the Ducks by the Penguins for who is it? For Marcus Pettersson on Monday. So probably just another classical try to shake things up there in Pittsburgh because nothing's working right now.
I thought that was weak. Thought he was not bad. Sprung. Thought he was pretty good.
No,
You don't think he's good?
I thought he was good, but after seeing him play this season, I don't know what he's been doing in the AHL for the past 3 seasons. He looks like trash.
Is that kid any good that you guys got?
Not that I know. I mean, I've seen him play a couple times, but I would probably put him and Sprong on the same level. Sprong's probably even better than him, but I really think that was just a classic, like, try to shake up things.
Yeah.
'Cause,
I feel like that's just such a weak shakeup. Like,
yeah, but then again, I thought Hagelin for Pearson was weak, and that's ended up working out pretty good
well,
for us, too.
no, I thought
so,
that was good. I think that was something you guys needed to get a little, like, I guess tougher.
yeah, size,
Because
too.
you guys were getting fast, but
Yeah.
not, like, too big.
No, not at all.
But yeah, I don't know. Hagelin had his time with you guys though. He wasn't doing that great this year.
No,
Yeah, the guy's a bum.
he didn't produce any offense really.
Good PKer though.
Yeah, solid.
Yeah.
I know he's already on LA's PK right off the
Yeah.
bat. They threw him in there.
I think that's like what he's now like getting paid to do.
Yeah,
almost.
pretty much.
It's like me.
Yeah.
I was not supposed to say I get paid.
Yeah, you got to keep that under the
Oh,
table.
sorry.
They don't know we're paying Radford Hockey yet.
Yeah.
Well, no, they do. Yeah, whatever.
Moving into some milestones, Patrick Laine scored his 100th goal. Fourth youngest player in NHL history to do so.
Should have gone first overall that year. Not a big deal.
Are you kidding?
He's one of the guys that thinks Laine is
Better than Matthews?
Yeah, that's a joke.
All right, you pick him. I'll pick Matthews.
I'll tell you
Okay,
right now,
yeah.
the only reason he had a hot month is because he finally put down Fortnite. That's the only reason
Yeah.
why.
Who, Matthews?
No, Laine.
Doesn't matter what Matthews does. He'll get a shoulder injury. No, I'm just kidding. But I'm just saying,
Sensitive topic in this room.
Matthews is way, like, he's a better all-around player. Not I'm gonna say way better, but all-around player than Laine.
Yeah, agreed.
Like, he's like a captain. Laine's like, you give him an A.
He's
'cause
like
he
the-
scores the most goals.
He's like the Keebler guy. Like y'all ever, you know the Keebler candy, the snacks, the bearded guy.
I'll look
Here,
it
let
up
me-
after.
Yeah.
It's a geek. You'll laugh for
He's
sure.
definitely like top
Not all
five.
of us can have the same childhood.
Top five ugliest dude in the NHL.
Yeah, for sure. Looks like a goat.
He's lucky like Darlene came in this year because he took over number one like hands down right away.
That kid looks like a product of incest.
Oh my god, I feel
It's getting rough out here, Topster.
yeah. I feel bad. It looks like his, like someone just mashed his head real quick and then just like left it. Peace. And it's
They're
still,
coming back.
still red from when.
I know, but they're coming back. They're gonna finish it.
I was like, what are you saying? That'd be a good list of like
They're
top
rushing
10,
into the NHL. They're coming back.
top 10 ugliest dudes in the league.
Claude Giroux, number one.
Dude, he's a good looking.
I feel like he's pretty average looking.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's not.
Climbing his way to the Man Rocket.
Matt Murray's definitely up there too. The guy looks like a praying mantis. I always tell
Goalies
this-
should have their own section. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like in them.
Looks
in
like he was an
themselves.
extra in Bug's Life.
That was a great movie. Great shout out.
I almost
Love
just
that.
spewed my water everywhere, dude.
Bugs Life.
Shut up, Bug's Life.
Oh,
Hopefully we get some promo money here
Yeah.
coming soon.
It's fresh.
some free Disney tickets
Yeah.
to the new Lion King. Another shout out. That looks awesome. Tearjerker probably get.
Yeah, I don't like how they made it real life. That's not cool. But,
What? It's gonna hurt more when everything happens, but you know.
Moving into our next milestone, Aiden Hill has earned his first NHL shutout. Arizona beat Nashville 3-0. Hill's played 4 games, started 2 of them, and he's 3-0-0 with only 1 goal against on 61 shots. With both Antti Ranta and Darcy Kemper out with lower body injuries, Hill's been the starter, and he's looked pretty solid so far. I don't know if you guys have seen him play at all.
No, but from the stats, it looks like they'll probably trade him for someone who's retired. Maybe Chris Pronger, Pavel Datsyuk. I don't know. He's looking
We're
good.
throwing Mark Savard back in the conversation.
Yeah, for
again.
real.
Wait, they just got what's his name? David Clarkson too. They have like a whole line of people that just don't play. Maybe they could squeeze him out for a couple guys that
After
don't
thinking
play.
this is how they're gonna drop legend cards.
Yeah. Maybe their milestone cards will come out. They'll get better.
Come on, Biz.
Yeah, is he their GM?
No,
what
he's-
is going on out there?
thinks
Yeah,
he
he should be. Color commentator, though.
Yeah.
Now for some fantasy hockey and injuries. Ilya Kovalchuk is out at least 4 weeks after ankle surgery. Not that he was getting any ice time at all.
You hate to see it.
It's
You know,
okay,
when you
Joe.
take a guy second overall in fantasy, you want him to produce.
Well, yeah,
not
well,
just
that
hit
was a
the-
That was
huge
the worst
mistake.
pick I've ever seen. I started laughing.
See, here's the problem, okay?
I saw his name go off the board and I knew exactly right
He's the
away who did
reincarnation
it.
of Pavel Bure, okay?
Yeah.
I mean, it was a bold move, Cotton, but it just didn't pay off for
Yeah.
You
sure.
want to win fantasy, you're gonna have to roll the dice sometimes.
Yeah, you're right. That's why I snagged Elias Pettersson this year, and he's paying off pretty good.
And you know what I got?
Ilya Kovalchuk.
Yeah.
Snake eyes.
Snake eyes. Michael Grabner. Oh, speaking of this, did you see the picture, dude?
Yeah, that was a funny picture.
Dude, Michael Grabner is out indefinitely after suffering an eye injury from a high stick, and it looked like his eye was about to be removed from his face in
Yeah.
the picture I
It
saw.
was just makeups they get 4 instead of 2.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's not a bad move, honestly.
Then they got a really, really good equipment manager out there.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
quick to his toes.
You got makeup
No, it
artist.
looked
straight
like he
out of
legit
Disney.
could lose, lost his
Yeah,
eye.
it looked like, dude, if he has all of his vision when that heals up, I'll be surprised because that was gruesome. Like that was
Well,
nasty.
He seems pretty. He
Yeah.
seems pretty chill for like someone who'd be like, "Hey, you might be losing your eye." He was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, at least the stash isn't."
Yeah, I
Tag.
was losing it over
Yeah,
that.
but your eyeball gone, glass eye. Like, okay, what's up?
Okay, we're taking it back a minute. We got another milestone. Ryan Miller tied for most wins by an American goalie.
Oh yeah, I forgot to bring that up. You want to take this one? Is that all you got to say?
Yeah. Lucic.
I was gonna say, well, Lucic could have a. You want to comment on that? What, like, remember, like, what was Ryan Miller? He's like, he's just a scumbag.
Yeah,
Scum.
that was
Dude,
awesome.
You got rocked. Still have whiplash in that interview.
He's like never a starter after that.
Yeah, he
just
hasn't been the same ever since.
You think
shook.
who else was an American goalie when you put up like the grades?
Oh, DiPietro, man.
I mean, Jonathan Quick, I feel like could maybe
Yeah.
make the conversation.
Yeah, definitely American.
Was Mike Richter American?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He was
good
sick.
one.
Grant Fuhrer
Good one.
wasn't
Oh,
Grant Fuhrer American?
Was he?
Not no
Give it
clue.
Google. Give it
I'll
Google.
give it to Google.
Doesn't sound American at all, but I don't know.
Neither does Fichter
Yeah, Robert Ash.
or Richter, whatever.
He wasn't good, but he
What
was
about
American.
what was that? Oh, Nabokov. He was American, right?
Yeah,
You're
right,
kidding
dude.
me. Yeah, Sergei
He was like,
Bobrovsky.
I'm pretty sure he was Czech Republic.
Yeah.
Grant Fuhrer's Canadian. My bad.
You hate to see.
I
it.
figured he was German.
Hey, we get stuff wrong. It happens.
Yeah. No, it doesn't. We never get anything wrong on this show.
Was that all the American goalies we could rattle off? I mean, there really haven't been that many, I guess.
Dude, I know we gotta be. We're definitely
Cardwell's
missing someone.
American.
We're definitely missing someone big.
I feel like all the big ones played like back in the day. Now all the goalies are like Canadian and
Yeah.
Oh,
European.
Jimmy Howard. There we go.
Oh, elite! We forgot the most elite goalie, Jimmy Howard.
Craig Anderson, he's
Yeah.
American. I didn't know that.
I was gonna
thought
say,
he was
I think
Canadian.
he was the backup to Ryan Miller that year. We lost to Canada, and then Quick was the third. He just didn't even suit up.
Let's see who else is on here. Yeah, nobody really. Well, these are all current goalies, I guess, but either way,
You hate to see it.
you do. You hate to see it. Our next injury, we got Kevin Miller. He's out at least 5 weeks after taking a puck to the throat with a larynx injury.
What is that funny for?
You know, like took in Adam's apple when he plays in the Big Apple. I don't know.
No, the Big Apple's New York City.
That's
Boston.
I'm thinking of something about different.
You're
Kevin
thinking
Miller.
Colin Miller's on Vegas, so that's not even like a good like.
There's definitely a Miller.
In Vegas,
No,
Colin Miller,
No, a Miller definitely. played
JT Miller.
Yeah.
He's in Tampa now.
I told you. You get
When you talk
stuff
about
wrong
Lamar
sometimes.
Miller, wrong sport, dude. Wrong
No,
sport.
JT Miller. We just talked
Oh.
about this.
Oh yeah, JT Barrett. Yeah.
But this just adds to the list of injuries for Boston. I almost went back and said New York because of Joby over here. But Charlie McAvoy's still out. Zdeno Chara is still out, and Urho Vakanainen. I hope I'm saying that right. They're all still
You're
out.
not.
I think
So-
that was spot on.
Four D that are all out. Plus they got Patrice Bergeron still out. So I don't know how they're.
He's that's not bad.
Yeah, I don't know how they're still winning games.
Yeah, it's
but
tough for the Windy City.
Alright, shut it down. Shut it down.
This one might make Job happy. This is actually a good fantasy pick he had now that he's off the IR. Shea Weber's looking solid since returning. He's got 2 goals and 1 assist in 3 games played, and he's averaging 24 minutes and 48 seconds of ice time per game. So
You said Art Ross.
I think I said
Art
Norris.
Ross.
I think I said Norris.
Norris.
Yeah, right. Not a chance.
Still don't justify that straight up Subban
No,
for Weber trade,
no.
but
I mean, in hindsight, but it
I
could go that
love
way.
Weber though, so it's like
Weber.
terrible contract he has too. Shout out
Speaking
Philadelphia
of great
Flyers.
one-for-ones, Larson Pearl.
Yeah, no doubt.
His contract is so bad.
Who,
Like
Larson?
no Weber because of the Flyers. Like you know how you can match contracts. You can like
Yeah.
put in offer sheets. We put like a crazy one in, and then they had to match it. And now Nashville will, like never trade with us again. Like their owners like.
Wait,
don't-
so
don't
y'all
deal
were
with
thinking
them.
about trading for Weber when he was still in Nashville? You're
No,
saying?
he was like I guess an RFA, and we gave him like
Well, that's because your front office is the only people that are bigger scumbags than Ottawa.
some crazy
and
like
Milan Lucic.
14
No, he
million a
doesn't
year,
much.
or it's like some crazy contract. And Nashville was like, "Are you kidding me?" And they had to match it, or they lost them, so they matched it. And then
they
like
lost him anyways.
yeah, and then we had like a trade like a couple of years, like a year ago or so, and it was like all going through, and then it went up to the owner, and he was like, "Nope, not with Philly because of Weber." I was like, "Oh,
Geek show.
yeah."
So that's all for fantasy hockey and injuries. Now we're going to move into who's hot and who's not. And first on the hot list, we have Toronto on a 4-game winning streak, 8-2-0 over their last 10 games. And, is it a coincidence that this happened, once Matthews returned?
It's not. It's the same reason that Caps heated up when Wilson came
He
back.
should have been the second
I
pick.
don't know why you're laughing. I'm being dead serious.
Yeah, okay.
So now you're saying Tom Wilson's better than Austin Matthews?
Why would I have to say that? We all know it's true.
Okay.
Better at, getting suspended maybe. Getting talks with the DOPS maybe.
He's just trying to keep in contact with them, keep a good relationship going.
Keep a good relation. Yeah, he's doing a great job with the
PR
good
guy in
relationship.
DC takes his job seriously.
Got a great agent.
Next on the
Probably.
list, we got Anaheim on a 4-game winning streak. They're 6-2-2 over their last 10, so maybe.
Did you see what happened in that last game?
Yeah, they came back from being down 5-1 to the Caps, right?
Yeah,
the
that
Caps.
that was so fun. I turned it
If
off.
only you would have.
I
They
do
won.
not recall.
Yeah, that's something you just want to
I-
block from your memory when that kind of stuff
I
happens.
just do not recall.
I plead the fifth on that one.
I didn't do anything. I just don't recall.
That was a rough one. I turned it off and put it on football because I thought you guys won already. Then talked to my mom and she's
We
like,
did.
"Oh, the Caps lost," and I was
Oh,
like,
we
"What?
did.
What, Mom?"
I don't remember. I don't recall.
I don't recall.
Edmonton is they're on a 3-game winning streak, 5-4-1 over their last 10. All
Good for
Ken
them.
Hitchcock.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Their first
Hitchcock.
3 dubs of the season. All in a row.
It's Hitchcock, dude. I'm telling
Yeah,
you.
definitely best up there for best looking coach in that league.
Oh yeah,
Man, Rocket.
that gut.
Man Rocket. I think those
ladies
are,
at the nursing homes, y'all better watch out.
Yeah.
I mean, never,
I would say
said the joke,
I would.
never.
Doesn't matter what age. I'd say Mr. Steal Your Girl, Ken Hitchcock.
Yeah, I could see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Him and Patrick Sharp never had a good relationship because I think they're both womanizers.
What does that word mean?
I don't know. I read it in a book one time.
I heard it in a Britney Spears song.
it was a great song.
Next up on the list, we got Ottawa somehow at a 3-game winning streak. They're 5-5-0 over their last 10. And last on the list is Arizona with a 3-game winning streak, 5-4-1 in their last 10. And all 3 wins have taken place since Aiden Hill, who we spoke about earlier on the show, has taken over. Thoughts on any of that before we get into the cold section here, boys?
I'm thinking Ottawa, getting rid of Carlson. Best move they made last summer.
You know, we're trying to get this thing taken seriously. We just can't when you're going out saying stuff like that while we're on the air.
What do you mean?
What?
You think Eric Carlson is that good?
I think he was good in Ottawa, but now that they got Thomas Shabbat.
Yeah, I think they knew that kid.
You
was
just
gonna be
compared
really
Chabot
good.
to Eric Carlson.
Dude, I think
Yeah.
Shabbat is going to
Have
be
you
better
seen
than
his
Eric Carlson.
numbers? Yeah, I
The
like
kid's
him.
like 21 years old.
Better defensively.
What's Eric
too.
Carlson done this season? Gotten 3 goals and 9 assists?
I'm gonna have to break away from this.
He's
pod
put
and
up
start
some
running
crazy
this
numbers,
off.
but like, what is he? He hasn't like he's brought Ottawa as far as they could go, but like they haven't gone to the Cup or
And he's-
anything. I mean, I'm not saying he's a terrible. Like he's really good, but like
I mean, it didn't help when a bunch of people threw Molotov cocktails in their front office.
yeah.
All I'm saying is, Eric Carlson shined the way he did because he didn't have anybody else with him. I mean, if you think about it, who was their best forward while he was there? Bobby Ryan?
Yeah, that's rough.
Now they got Colin White. Mark Stone's pretty decent. Kachuk.
Hoffman.
They should
Hoffman,
not.
Duchesne.
Hoffman's not there, Zach.
They should have not gotten rid of
Oh,
Hoffman.
yeah, I was just going with it because I was thinking of more names.
To be honest, though, if they didn't get rid of Hoffman just to like try to keep Carlson, they would be so much better because that's a good player right there.
Yeah.
Hoffman. I don't
And
care.
he's been doing pretty good in Florida, too.
Yeah, like they'd be.
Shout out San Jose for putting that organization in their back pocket.
Yeah, like no Eric Carlson letting them get rid of Hoffman and then being like, yeah, I'm
No,
still
they
gonna
should
leave.
San Jose is the new farm team, the Ottawa Senators.
Farm team for the Ottawa Senators. You mean the Ottawa Senators are the farm team for San Jose?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Which is why I'm confused while they're still in the show.
When are they calling up Chabot then?
Matter of time.
Now moving into the cold list, we got Chicago. Shout out Nate. 4-game losing streak. 3-6-1.
Dude, there's a good coach available, John Quinville or Joe Quinville or whatever his name
Yeah,
is.
Joel Quinville.
Yeah. Chicago could use a guy like that there.
You are not on the ball.
Dude, come on, that's his brother's name. His twin brother. You didn't know he had a twin brother?
You should mute yourself till next week.
Like on Xbox Mike.
There you go.
And then last on the cold list, we got Minnesota on a 3-game losing streak. They're 4-6-0 over their last 10. So
Shout out Coach Bruce.
Yeah. What did he say? That he said something pretty funny the
I
other
don't know.
day.
He was probably red as a tomato when he said
Oh,
it.
he was. He was so red. He was talking about like Nylander or something. And he's like, made up a word. He was like, luckily it didn't get like resoluted today before we had to play him. I was like, oh god.
Kids out there, education's important.
yeah.
He's a funny guy.
So
though.
is learning how to detect alcoholism.
Yeah, but as long as you're funny, it equals out. So if you're a funny guy.
I wasn't gonna say it. Left it up to the host.
Remember
on
when he
that
came
one.
out with wing sauce on his mouth, like
No.
around his mouth, like it was like 24/7. He like comes out and he's got like buffalo wing sauce
yeah.
on his, at
That
an
was
interview.
awesome.
Like he just killed like at least had to kill like 12 wings.
Coach
Came
got-
out was like,
I know
alright,
they
I'm
don't
good.
play, they still gotta eat though.
He said it was eczema. It was like orange. Like,
I think I'd rather have wing sauce in my
Yeah.
mouth than eczema anyways.
Yeah.
What
Maybe it was wing sauce
think-
on eczema.
bowling ball Bruce, great
You hate
guy.
to see it.
You hate to
You
see
really
it.
do.
He's a great dude though.
Eh.
He wrote a book. Smarter than you think, maybe. I never read it.
Any grammatical errors?
I don't know.
Yeah, he said resoluted
Yeah.
or something.
But he in the book he did say he got so drunk he missed his plane,
No.
and that plane's the one that crashed into the 9/11 buildings. That's pretty wild.
That
Wait,
is kind of
really?
crazy.
Yeah, he was like hungover, missed his flight, and
That's
that was
wild.
it. Yeah,
That's just the working of God.
yeah. The hockey gods looking out for bowling ball Bruce.
But yeah, that's all we had for today. I don't know if the boys want to say anything before we get off air here.
I don't think we should. This has been an absolute yard sale of a pod.
Yards. Yeah,
Well
kid.
then, without further ado, we'll catch you here next Monday.
See you, Mika.